Take picture. Button. Stop recording video. Button. Take picture. Button.
Alright guys, so it's me, Maddie again from the blind world, and my second video...
Tilt right. 13 seconds. Viewfinder. Image.
Sorry about that, but my second video that I'm going to talk about today is what happened...
Tilt right. Center of screen. Viewfinder. Image. Speech off.
Okay, that's better. What I'm going to talk about is what happened with Seer and what essentially happened related to that. So, apart from being blind or visually impaired, I have Asperger's syndrome, which is a topic for another video and another day. But many of my autistic friends that I have on Twitter and on the Twitter community of autism, a brilliant community because we support one another. But I've seen the tweets related to this, I've seen the YouTube comments related to this, and they're not happy. And they're rightly so not happy, because essentially, guys, what Sia did, and if you look it up, if you go and look it up, put in Sia music, autistic, ableism, I say you will find it. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not spreading shade at Sia, because I love her music. I like her music. I think her music is brilliant, especially her song Titanium. But I'm going to be honest, what she did was wrong. So essentially, guys, what she did was and I even think it's disgusting because I've seen video clips of it, she more or less essentially yeah, and I do streaming because this is why I'm autistic. She more or less wanted to produce and create a movie called Music, and she more or less did create a movie and called Music, and it was about people with autism, and I think it was brilliant at first. You know, you're getting people with autism in the media, which was brilliant because we need better representation in that area. But the one thing she did do, or so she eventually hired at first a person with autism, and you know, she did it for a couple of while. I don't know what the period of time was, but she hired a person with autism to play the role at first, and then she got rid of the person. And I love her excuse. I really, really love her excuse. Me being a sarcastic person. And that was, oh, it was difficult to work with this person, you know. And I'm going to say, guys, from a neurotypical standpoint, what do you think was going to happen? Like, even autism itself is difficult. Like, even the life of a person with autism is difficult. And sometimes when I go to public events and I'm in the public, I get excited. Like, sometimes I can't help it. Sometimes I'll try to not let it get in the way, but it's going to happen. But what she did next was appalling. And that was, she hired Maddie from Dance Moms to play the role, and Sia with egging her on and everything. Like, no, it's okay, it's okay, it's fine, it's grand. Maddie felt uncomfortable, she felt sad, she felt let into it, and you have Seer, I'm gonna be honest, neurotypical, Australian role model, because people look up to her, and she's a billionaire. And sorry about that. Those of you guys who are in the community of autism, comment down below, because I think this is something that needs to be talked about. And the one thing that I'm glad that people are now talking about is that there needs to be better representation of people with autism in the autism community and the media, because many people were looking forward to it. And I've seen videos on this, and the one correctual thing that they say was done properly was with the Big Bang Theory and the character Sheldon Cooper, and how, in a way, what he's going through with his anxiety is like autism. And, like, my opinion on it, guys, is it's going to be 50-50. Like, I think half the time, yeah, able-bodied people, non-disabled people, if they relate to, like, I'm not saying physically relate here, but if they mentally and psychologically relate to the character, then I think they're fit for the job. But there needs to be equal opportunity to actual people with disabilities. And just, that's how I feel about it. And funny enough, Sia actually deleted her Twitter because of it. And I'm glad. Because when the autism community spoke now about it, her with a lot of money and a lot of influence in fans, she more or less said, "Oh, get away from me! You're being abusive. You're talking nonsense." Like, she more or less slanders the autism community when they were genuinely calling her out for what she did. And there's people in the autism community that hated it. They absolutely hated it. And in my opinion, one, it's wrong what she did to the actress. Two, it's wrong what she did to the autistic person. And three, and this is my message to, and I want this message to be clear. My message to the sight community is this: never do this to an autistic person, blind person, or any person with a disability, because it's wrong. You're making a movie based on our experiences, and you think it's funny to put able-bodied people into it. And just not with the role of autism, because I don't think any able-bodied person can play my role of autism, or me for that matter. And just, again, guys, like, subscribe, comment down below, and this is my opinion on the whole CF fiasco. Anyway, hope you have a good day, and just bye.
Speech on. Low battery. 10% battery remaining. Close. Button. Tilt left. Stop recording video. Button.